that you've come here today, that you've taken this quiet time to just pause and breathe with me. I know life can often feel chaotic and loud, with so many demands placed on us every day. It can be hard to find space to relax, to just be. But in this moment, right here, I want to invite you to take a deep breath with me, together, to let go of whatever weight you've been carrying, to put down the worries of the day, and to be fully present with me now. I'm so grateful that you're here, sharing this moment with me. You deserve this time of peace. You really do. I've been thinking a lot about what it means to truly connect with people, especially through a screen. How do I create a space where you feel seen, where you feel understood? How do I make sure this time we spend together is meaningful, and that it resonates with you in a way that feels real, that feels comforting? It's been on my mind a lot, and I want to share something with you, something deep and personal, something that's been living in my heart for a while. This is the very first episode of Whispering Chat with the Audience, and I can't even begin to describe how much it means to me to be here with you. I've always wanted a space where we can talk, where we can share not just the surface level things, but the deeper things, the quiet moments, the soft whispers of the heart. I want this time to be about more than just a quick chat or a passing conversation. I want this to be a place where we can talk about life, love, our dreams, our struggles, our growth. And as I sit here, I feel this warmth in my chest, a gratitude for you being here. Thank you for joining me. This segment is a little different, as I'm not just talking to the camera today. I'm speaking directly to you, and I want you to know that no matter where you are or what's happening in your life right now, I'm here with you. I'm right here. I know it's easy to feel alone sometimes, especially when life gets overwhelming. But I want to remind you that you are not alone, not in this moment, not in the struggles you face. We are connected, even in the quietest of spaces. I wanted to make this first episode something special, so I reached out to some of the people closest to me, family, friends, people who know me best, and I asked them to share some questions or thoughts that they've always wanted me to answer. And as I read through their words, I felt this overwhelming sense of connection. Because when we open up to each other, when we let down our guard and share our truths, we find out that we are more alike than we realize. The first question comes from my dear friend Lily. She's the one who's been there for me through thick and thin, who's always supported me no matter what. She asked, "What's something you wish people understood about you?" And I have to admit, that question made me pause. It's one of those questions that you think you know the answer to, but when you sit with it, you realize there's so much more to it. I think, at times, we all have a version of ourselves that we don't always show to the world. We wear masks, whether it's because we want to protect ourselves, or because we don't want to burden others with our feelings. And in a way, I think I've done that too. I've spent a lot of time trying to be strong. I think a lot of us do that, don't we? We try to be the strong one, the one who has it all together. But the truth is, I'm not always strong. Sometimes I'm scared. Sometimes I'm unsure. Sometimes I struggle with the doubt. And I wish people knew that. I wish they knew that it's okay to not have all the answers, to not always be okay. It's okay to take a step back and just breathe. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a strength. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open the door to real connection, to deep, genuine relationships. And that's something I treasure more than I can put into words. There's a beautiful quote by Rainer Maria Rilke that always sticks with me. Let everything happen to you. Beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final. Isn't that comforting? It's a reminder that no matter what we're feeling right now, whether it's joy or sorrow, hope or fear, it's just a part of our journey. Feelings come and go, but we remain. We endure. And that's something to be proud of. The next question comes from yourself the permission to simply be. For me, after a long day, I love to create a little sanctuary of calm. I'll light a candle, usually something with a calming scent like lavender or sandalwood, and then I'll run a warm bath. There's something so peaceful about the water, the way it cradles me, the way it soothes my tired muscles. I'll close my eyes and just let the warmth wash over me. And in those moments, I feel a sense of peace that I don't always find during the hustle of the day. But relaxation isn't just about physical comfort. It's about mental comfort too. Sometimes I need to quiet my thoughts. When my mind races, when I feel overwhelmed, I turn to my journal. I'll start by writing something simple. I am here. I am safe. I'll let the words flow without any judgment or pressure, just a gentle release of whatever's on my mind. I think we all need to have a place where we can unload, don't you? A place where we can be completely honest with ourselves without fear. And that's what journaling does for me. It's like a little mirror where I can see my thoughts, my feelings, my fears, and my hopes. And through that reflection, I find peace. There's a quote by John Muir that resonates with me deeply. In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks. Nature has always been my refuge, especially when I need to reset. I'll go for a walk, just breathing in the fresh air, listening to the sounds of the world around me. Whether it's the rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, or the soft whisper of the wind, nature always makes me feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself. It's in those quiet moments, when I'm surrounded by the beauty of the earth, that I remember what it feels like to truly be present. And then, my sister Emma asked, if you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go? Ah, Emma, always asking questions that make me dream. If I could go anywhere, I think I'd choose a place where the world feels still, a place where time slows down. Maybe I'd go to a secluded cabin in the mountains, where I could wake up to the sound of birds singing and the smell of fresh pine. Or perhaps a quiet beach, where I could watch the waves gently roll in, feeling the cool sand between my toes. I don't need anything extravagant. I just need peace. And I think we all do, don't we? A space where we can breathe deeply, where we can rest, where we can truly recharge, a place where we can just be ourselves, without any noise or distractions. There's a line by Bill Bryson that I love. The great thing about travel is that you find out how many things don't matter. It's such a freeing thought. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that we need more things, more accomplishments, more attention. But in reality, it's the simple moments, the quiet moments, that matter most. It's the times when we allow ourselves to rest, to connect with others, and to simply be present. That's where the magic is. I want to ask you now, my dear friend, how are you really feeling today? I want you to be honest with me. You don't need to put on a brave face or pretend to be something you're not. You don't need to say everything's okay if it's not. How is your heart today? How are you really doing? I'm here to listen, to hold space for you. So if you feel comfortable, I'd love to hear from you. Share with me how you're feeling, what's been on your mind. You don't have to be anything but yourself. And know that I'm here with you, every step of the way. Before we say goodbye for today, I want to leave you with something that's been on my heart. I want you to know that you are enough. Right now, in this moment, you are enough. You don't need to change. You don't need to do more. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You are worthy of love, of kindness, and of peace, just as you are. Also, I want to leave you with this, a thought, a feeling, a truth that I want you to carry with you. Something that you can hold close on the days when the world feels heavy, on the nights when your thoughts feel too loud, and even on the mornings when everything is beautifully still and you find yourself wrapped in quiet peace. You, my dear friend, are not alone in this world, even in the moments when it may feel like you are, even when the weight of the presses down on your shoulders. Even when you sit in silence, thinking no one understands the depth of what you feel, I need you to know that you are not alone. Somewhere in this vast world, someone is thinking of you. Someone cares about you, even if they haven't found the right words to say it. And in this moment, I care. I see you. I feel you. And I want you to remember this. You are loved, just as you are. I know that life can feel like a storm sometimes, a raging, unpredictable, overwhelming storm. There will be days when you feel like you are standing in the middle of it, rain soaking through your clothes, wind pushing against your chest, lightning cracking through the sky. And maybe, in those moments, you'll feel small. Maybe you'll feel lost, uncertain if the storm will ever pass. But my love, listen to me. Storms don't last forever. They never do. And neither will this moment of struggle. One day, sooner than you think, the rain will soften, the clouds will break, and the golden warmth of the sun will find you again. If you ever feel like you're drowning in the chaos of life, take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Feel the air filling your lungs, anchoring you, reminding you that you are here, you are alive, and that, in itself, is enough. You don't have to prove your worth. You don't have to be anyone other than yourself. Just being here in this moment is enough. And if no one has told you today, you are doing so much better than you think. Truly, even if you don't feel like it, even if you think you've fallen short, or that you could have done more, or that you should be somewhere farther along in your journey, listen to me. You are doing enough. You are enough, just as you are in this very moment. Your growth is happening, even in ways you can't see yet. The person you are becoming is unfolding with every breath you take, every step forward, and yes, even with every stumble. Be patient with yourself. You are still learning, still growing, and that's beautiful. I want you to promise me something, okay? A small promise. Nothing heavy, nothing overwhelming, just a gentle vow to yourself. Promise me that you will be kind to yourself tonight, that you will speak to yourself softly, the way you would to a dear friend, that you will give yourself grace, even in the moments when you feel like you don't deserve it, because you do. You deserve kindness. You deserve peace. You deserve love, not just from others, but from yourself. And if tonight you find yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, feeling like the weight of the world is pressing down on your chest, I want you to do something for me. Place a hand over your heart. Feel it beating. That is proof of your strength, your resilience. Your existence is a miracle in itself. And no matter how hard today was, you made it through. And that is something to be proud of. I hope you let that sink into your heart. I hope you carry it with you, not just tonight, but tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. Whenever you need a reminder, come back to these words, come back to this moment, and know that you are never alone. And now, before I go, I have a small request. If you feel comfortable, I would love for you to share something with me in the comments. Tell me, what is something you need to hear right now? What is a gentle reminder that your heart longs for? It can be one word, a sentence, a thought, a feeling, whatever speaks to you. And if you see someone else's comment that resonates with you, I encourage you to reply, to lift each other up, to remind each other that we are all walking this path together. And of course, if you have a question for me, something you want me to whisper about in our next whispering chat, leave it below. I would love nothing more than to speak directly to you, to answer your questions, to share these quiet moments with you again. I love you, I appreciate you, and I am so, so proud of you.